Hey, I'm Eric Morris with Morris Environmental, and today we're going to talk a little bit about what we look for during our waterproofing and mold remediation inspections. So come on, let's go check it out. Some of the first things we notice are there's a lot of water intrusion in the basement. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. There's a homemade sump pump. They've had issues for quite some time. This basement's also been halfway built out with plywood. There's probably a lot of mold that we cannot see that's on the other side of the plywood, possibly on the surface of this OSB. Now when we look at some of the signs in here in this crawl space for mold, you can look at the bottoms of these cabinets and see what we're talking about. There's been water coming in here for quite some time. There's also a lot of visible mold on some of the contents. Okay, as you can see, we're in the crawl space area, and if you look above me, you can see a lot of the visible growth on the joist. Also, just for note, the insulation is installed upside down. If you guys can see some of this white staining on the bottoms of the joist, that's microbial growth. This is due to an elevated humidity condition. If you look over here, you can see where there's signs of moisture intrusion coming in through the exterior wall. There is a vapor barrier on the ground, which is great. However, it's not covering the ground as effectively as we would like to see. As you can see, this crawl space has had some foundation repairs. There's signs of efflorescence on the exterior foundation walls. That's just a sign that water's been against the wall for quite some time. There's signs of ongoing water intrusion into the basement from the exterior. Look at the bottoms of this stud, the undermining of the footing. You can see also on this door, a lot of mold, a lot of ongoing water damage. Inside of this cabinet, there's a lot of microbial growth on the insides of the doors. You see that white, splotchy looking stuff, that's mold. All right, this particular property has a lot of exterior water drainage issues. Let me show you what I'm talking about. See these gutter drain downspouts, a lot of negative fall. It should be buried low grade. You look at this one, this has been undermining right against the foundation wall. It's then created a crevice where water's able to flow back into the foundation. I'm not sure what's going on here, but it looks like somebody tried to put a pipe around this low area for the access into the basement. If you look at where they have an exit pipe for this low area, it doesn't drain, it's actually negative fall. So what we impose to do is get the drainage corrected so the water flows away from the house. And back over here on the inside, what we'd like to do is get this area contained, get it under negative pressure, put it in a HEPA filtration negative air scrubber, and actually clean all this mold back on the joist, remove the insulation, probably remove a lot of this OSB plywood. There's also floor joist above this OSB that they have in here on the ceiling. So we want to try to get this down so we can get that mold up there clean too. A lot of the contents in here is going to need to be cleaned. Some of it may need to be thrown away. Some of your more porous items such as boxes. What we'd like to do in this basement is actually put in a perimeter French drain system so that way the water can be diverted into a sump pump. This basin is a home job. We would want to install a much better pump with the correct sump basin lid. I would recommend a 12 mil vapor liner that's also installed on the floors and walls. All right, well, that's it. So that's how we perform waterproofing and mold remediation inspections here at Morris Environmental. So if you need our services and you're in the Atlanta area, just give us a call, 770-546-3998.